May profits be upon you. I'm going to try and get this done in 5 minutes, man. If I do, I'll be very happy. We're going to take a look at gold. And what do I see? On gold, if we take a top-down approach to this, let's look at the monthly really quick. All right. What do we see on the monthly? We see that impulse and then the pullback, right? And this was a high made in August of 2020. We approached that high, but we didn't quite make it. So we left a double, relative equal highs up here, or some people are going to call it a double top, and that's fine. All right, but we're left relative equal highs. That'll draw price at some point. That's some time away. Let's get to more current times. What we see is price failed to make a new high. Sellers stepped in, brought all that pressure down. You see how this candle closed, right? A lot of bearish pressure there, it looks like, right? And then the next month opens and closes below the body of that other candle, engulfing the body of the previous candle. That is just on that alone, that's a bearish pattern, right? And then this new month opens up, right? What do we get? We can see that price came all the way down, broke that low, broke the low of the previous candle, right? And then we see the buying pressure come up in there. All right. Now that is something we need to investigate. Let's go down to the weekly. Oh, on the weekly, what do we see? We see the bearish engulfer. We see price go into a bit of a range. All right. When you see that range, we know that it is accumulation or accumulating orders, right? And then we see the second part of that, the manipulation up. We have the sweep of the highs up, all right, taking out this high, that high, and all of these, sweeping all that liquidity up, right? And then down. Another bearish engulfer, another bearish pattern. It lets me know that there's a higher probability that the next candle will probably be towards the downside as opposed to the probability of it being a bullish candle, right? And that's exactly what happens. All right, and we're what week? What this is the end week of April last month, and this is the new week beginning the new monthly candle, new weekly candle, and it broke that low, right? We see the pullback, that bullish, the buyers coming in, and what are we thinking? That we may go up and test the, uh, uh, the resistance for all practical purposes. But this buying area here, where the buying starts and then the sell off, all right, this is an area that I'm scoping that it may make it up here and then come back down. It may, but I am looking at this price action here and thinking bearish. Okay, let's go to the daily, and we can see it looks way more bearish than it does bullish, doesn't it? We see the buy up, and then that displacing price action to the downside. All right. And this area here is where I'm taking it across. You see how price came back up and tested that area? All right. This is a light mitigation of this order block. That's what this is, a bearish order block here. And price this looks like it's trying to lightly mitigate that. All right. Now we see that price on this candle had a lot of bearish action on it, but it closed bullishly. But the following candle engulfed the previous two bodies, right? And now we have that pullback. This is where I'm looking right now. If I was to didn't see these candles here, this is where I would draw the supply zone, and we're all up in this supply zone, and I'm looking at the 50% area for price to do maybe turn over or roll over and start coming back down. All right, there is a possibility that that may not happen, but I want that I want to have this uh the refined zone of supply here. I have it up here for a reason. I'll show you on the 4 hour. You see how the buying starts here? That's where I have it, right? And I take it on across, and I'm looking at price, fill in the imbalance here, rebalance that which is imbalanced, all right, where there is nothing but sells, price will come back. The markets don't like that imbalance. They don't like that inefficiency. It'll come back with buys to rebalance this area. The markets like balance, right? And I'm looking for price to give me my favorite pattern. This is the pattern I look for. One, a pull, a high, a pullback, a higher high, a low that breaks the previous low, and then somewhere in this leg of structure here, this impulse leg, we'll find a place where we can take an entry off of a supply zone in this leg of structure. I look for this configuration on every time frame on at any point of mitigation. Let's see. All right, that's what I'm looking for. All right, it's not going to be this big, of course. It's going to be this big, but this will allow price to roll on over and come on back down. See this inefficient price movement here. I like seeing it go in one big candle with a lot of momentum, because when it gets up here, I'm looking for price to come and rebalance that which is imbalanced. I hope you liked this video. I'm looking for some good profits here. I'm not giving out any kind of financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at, what I'm thinking. If price gives us that bearish price action around here, that's where we'll look. That's where my team will look to see if we can catch a sell. Okay. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you. Thank you for watching. And do leave a like and a comment if you would. I appreciate it. It helps the my my account to grow in popularity and all. And check out my videos on YouTube. I'll check you later.